Well, hope everybody's happy to be back to the Veilstone Chronicle. Right after all of the content that I had prepared for when it was a one-shot ran out, and so I had to flail and find some new shit. So, does anybody remember what happened?
Kind of.
Good job.
Sort of.
Huh?
Yeah, why is he so important?
Well, you see, what happened is that Dredane made all of the PC tokens, and I made the Herald's token. So that means that Dredane shortchanged all of you. Just saying. That's exactly how that
Wow,
works.
Jared.
It's all Dredane's fault. Okay. Well, as a little recap, because it has been a little while since we played, what has happened since your foray into the ruins and acquiring your Veilstone? You all made your way back out of the cave and started making your way back to Raven's Point. It was a little late, so you all camped out with a very upset Lumina, who you all had managed to force the Herald's jeweled gift on after she was very, very, very against having it in her possession. Y'all had some nice conversations, some nice lunch, and eventually made your way back to Raven's Point the next day. And once you made it back to Raven's Point, you found that the entire town had been leveled in a vicious display of magical fire. All of the occupants dead, a neat circle of ash and burnt wood was all that's left of the town of Raven's Point. As you all explored the town and kind of found that the mayor who had hired you is in fact dead on the floor as a charred corpse, one of you, I believe it was Regaz, and Lumina ended up touching Regaz's Veilstone item, the bracelet he was wearing on his wrist. Upon doing so, all of you were transitioned into a misty space where you met your favorite person in the world, the Herald, who proceeded to very clearly explain to you the function of and the existence of anchors, which Lumina is one, that allows for instantaneous transportation between certain areas. The Herald very politely asked all of you to go to Skimmerstead, but Kaya, being high maintenance and needing her makeup and other such items, decided that she would like to go home instead. So you were all transported to the town of Wealdstone. And I will begin there as I make Wealdstone the active tab. So, as you all disappear into a... Fuck you. I worked really hard on this. Okay, good. I worked my ass off on this. Okay, so you all disappear from the misty area in a swirl of silvery smoke. And the smoke itself whirls into existence beneath a large tree in the plaza of Wealdstone. It forms into each of the four of you, Regaz, Fig, Ulissa, and Kaya, before the silvery smoke moves in between all four of you to reform into Lumina, the Aarakocra. You do notice that there is no other pool of mist wisping around. There is no sign of Barbeckathul. But as Lumina's shape wavers and begins to solidify out of the silvery wisps of smoke that she had become, she blinks at Fig just once and immediately falls unconscious on the floor.
Holy moly. Can
Where's
I try
Barbie?
to catch her before she hits the floor?
Roll me a, let's see, Dex. Just maybe a Dex check.
Dex. Oh wait, I did a save. Whatever.
That's fine. I'm going to say that you did run forward and catch her because you did seem worried about her before, so I feel like you would have been looking for her. So you managed to catch her before she smacks herself onto the ground.
Yes. I scoop her up and cradle her.
Aww. Lumina's very small. But she
is very large.
Entirely unresponsive as you gather her up into your arms. She is very lightweight, so you don't feel like you have any trouble carrying her, but she doesn't seem particularly responsive as she just kind of lays there in your arms. I will say it is about midday, so there are people around you all.
Did they see us appear?
Well, it's a little odd because they do not seem concerned about how you appeared, but one or two do seem to be glancing at Lumina when she collapsed. Before, they weren't looking at you until Lumina hit the floor, or tried to hit the floor.
Is this like the Harry Potter thing with the train station? Nobody notices.
Maybe.
What?
Make me an int check. Make me an intelligence check.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that now. I just
Make
didn't
me
really hear what you said earlier.
Let's see this fucking dog.
Make me an int check, Ulyssa. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna direct us to the nearest inn.
Okay.
Get a comfortable surface under this
Didn't
bird's
y'all live
head.
here?
Yes. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Dad's not home. Bring
You
the
don't
fire.
know. You don't know. Your dad keeps very odd hours doing paladin-y things.
It's probably a fucking church or something. Let's just go.
Lead the way, sir. Oh, you weren't kidding.
Literally right there.
So you all approach a rather somewhat secluded but
I can't carry her. Don't leave her there.
decently opulent-looking residence. Most of the lights appear to be off, but it is kind of midday. The natural light seems to carry well enough that they don't need to light any of the torches or anything. The area looks well maintained, but there's not a particularly fancy display or anything going on. The gardens are well cared for, but they aren't particularly large. The largest thing about it is actually probably the walls around the house and the house itself. But Ulyssa does run the place. You want to know what it is there is a stamp for like hills, but it's only one of those like rocky sides. So I didn't want it to just be one thing. I wanted it to look like they were tall mountains. So I just kind of clicked it a bunch of times to make it look like, oh, there's different elevations going on.
Oh.
So
I mean, I think it gives off the look you were trying
Yeah.
to go for. So.
Yeah, I got
I was hoping for it.
Mhm.
Okay, so you all are going to the Goldmorn residence.
I do not own any token with
I
vision.
know, I'm sorry. I flipped over there before I could fucking put the tokens down. I thought I had them all down, but I did not. I
That's
realized
okay.
Yeah,
It's
Jared's
just
fault.
very dark in Jared's house.
Yeah. And give me 1 second.
His
It's
dad likes to save on electricity.
It's a side effect of the transportation.
Whoa! Oh, look at the little flower boxes! I
Okay.
love them.
So you all arrive at the Goldmorn residence.
Vig pats the flowers gently.
With Lumina in her arms. So
Yes.
Lumina gets like a face full of
I'm
flour.
pretty sure I can hold her with one arm.
Yeah, she's carrying her on her hip like a baby, and
Yes.
with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have I been here before, Jared?
I like the door noise.
Yes.
It's so satisfying.
It is really satisfying. I don't know why, but it is.
Okay, as you all enter through
Don't
the
leave
main
her
entrance,
outside.
they are fairly dim. They aren't actually turned on or anything like that. The torches aren't really lit. Most people don't keep them lit unless there's going to be someone around. You do take that as a solid sign that your father is not in. So you can pretty well determine that no one except for maybe a few of the servants should be in the manor itself.
Fig is very alarmed that her bird friend was not moving inside the house with her, even though she was carrying her. It was very strange.
So I'm gonna say that. Do you all want to start like lighting torches in here? What do you want to do? Lighten up the place. Okay.
Lighting up the place. Let's set it on fire.
Okay, yeah, freezing. Well, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
thing Barbie's not here.
Yeah, I was about to
Would have
say,
just
yeah,
like
freezing.
torched the place.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah, where
Congratulations.
is Barbie?
As you all
Gone.
started lighting stuff up, you hear soft footsteps coming around the corner.
The hell, your house is so big.
You notice.
Wait. Wait.
Nope.
This guy that you have the picture. Oh my god! I'm pretty sure he's from an Atome I played.
Shut up.
I swear to God, and it's
Good.
one that's available on the PlayStation Vita, I think, or maybe it was
As it
yes. Blake.
What? What do you want? I find all my images on Pinterest. Fuck you. Any fucking way. After the Atome fucking side along for this D&D session that we didn't know we needed. Around the corner, soft footsteps carry, and a younger gentleman in a long coat with fine spectacles and holding a candle in one hand turns the corner. He looks over the party briefly from behind his glasses and pauses on Ulyssa, and he bows ever so slightly and says, "Sir Goldborn, welcome home." Ulyssa, you would know this man. This is Nolan. He has worked with his family under your father for many years. Your father actually saved his grandfather. I know I said generations by accident. Screw you. Your father actually saved Nolan's father many years ago, and that was the beginning of their relationship where they started working for your father and maintaining his properties. Nolan has worked to maintain this property for many years now after his own father had passed away, so he is sort of the main butler and the caretaker of the grounds and everything in this manner.
Is Nolan and Ulyssa childhood friends? Are you frenemies? Are you rivals? I'm trying to get the Atome background going here. I'm
Luna's
disappointed
wing
in you,
twitches in her
Jared.
sleep and slaps fucking Fig in the face to interrupt the questions. Nah.
That would be a very soft slap. Soft
Yes, it would.
fingers.
The fuck? What is all this? Nolan/slave.
What?
What the actual fuck, you
What?
degenerate bastard? This guy just walked around the corner and greeted you all. What's going on?
Well, this isn't my home. I'm not going to demand that he, like... Big kicks you in the shin. I glare at you, offended. I just don't want you to take her. Lead me to the damn room.
Of course. This way, please. And he turns and quietly leads the way back and to the right.
Big glares at... Am I saying your name right? Ulyssa? Okay. Ulyssa before following Nolan. Politely trotting off.
I'm having really bad delay issues again, so if I'm like behind y'all, fucking...
I'm seeing you log in and out a lot.
I reloaded once, so...
Yeah, I've seen it twice so far at least.
Are you logged into your GM account again?
Oh, actually, I might be. Hang on.
Doesn't
I'm
say
not.
so. No, just as yeah.
Try logging into your... No, I'm joking.
Okay. I'm gonna give Emily a second to work on her thing.
Vic's going to stand guard by the bed.
Had to throw away my thing.
Can I check to see if Lumina seems dehydrated or anything?
Make me a medicine check.
Medicine. Wow.
You are entirely unfamiliar with Aarakocra physiology and cannot tell anything is wrong with her.
I have so much into medicine, and it does that to me. I feel so betrayed.
Could I try and make a check?
Sure.
Okay. Medicine again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, you all have lived here, so he can probably find you all a doctor. Nolan glances between the very eclectic group that you brought home, does another one of those very polite tilt of his head bows, and says, "Of course, I'll return shortly," and sidles by everyone to make his way out the front door.
Attempt to actually get inside
Trust the butler.
Oh my god, I made it.
Yeah.
Good job.
So where he has led you, it seems to be a series of either servants' quarters or guest rooms. There are multiple beds in the area, but it's relatively comfortable. You also do notice that it is relatively sparsely furnished. There are not a lot of pictures or statues or ornamental items. Overall, the feeling you get from the room is that it is functional more than decorative.
So it's impersonal.
It's impersonal. It's like a semi-decent hotel room.
Gotcha.
Just without the pictures. No, this is like servant quarters, guest rooms. It's sort of like a
unless you were treated
catch-all.
like a servant
Yeah,
by your family.
My jaw, like Regaz's jaw is like on the floor at this point. Like this is the spare room. Oh my god.
Big is feeling really uncomfortable in this place because it's just so much stone and no nature. Feels very artificial to her.
I'm sorry. Regaz made a medicine check too, and I didn't get to respond to that. You also cannot tell why she is unconscious, but you do notice as you're examining her that all of the missing spaces where she had plucked feathers and where she had more or less been making quite a mess of her plumage are fixed. Everything about her looks fresh, new, and she looks perfectly healthy, just unconscious.
Whoa! Like a newborn baby. Newborn chickie.
Absolutely.
Okay, so anyone want to make a perception check?
I don't think mine's very good.
I will.
Good job. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I feel like it's kind of hard to miss. So honestly, even though you got a 1, I feel like the 9 still gets it to you. You do notice that as you sit down, you can see that there is no longer an iron bracelet on your wrist. Instead, as you examine it, you can see that there is only the gemstone from the bracelet that looks to be embedded into your wrist, but the metal itself has vanished. And then Kaya, however, she notices that there is an odd sensation coming from one of her ears. And by the way, this is me trying to tell you all this is where you got your Veilstone items now. FYI, as an aside. I can't think of a better way to do it. So, what would anybody like to do?
I'm going to... One second.
You cut out real hard.
Yeah, I think she said 1 second.
I'm gonna tug at my ear and try to figure out what's going on there.
You touch the earring and you feel a familiar sense of cold metal, much like you felt from the bracelet itself. It is also much lighter than the earring you used to be wearing, as though the material itself had somehow changed.
Oh. Can I try to take it out?
Yes. You go ahead and you reach up and you unclasp the earring and it comes out into your hand perfectly fine. So you can remove it.
I see. I'll put it back in for now. Or I'll try, I don't know. I don't really have any, like, I guess, can I try to inspect it some more and, like, see if there's anything wrong with, like, the actual hook part? If there's anything on it.
Yeah, make me actually no, you have it in your hand and you can examine it pretty well, and I'm pretty sure Kaya knows her earrings. So um, there does not seem to be anything wrong with the clasp or anything. As far as you can tell, it is the same earring, but there is a slightly glossy, almost magical sheen to it. And she left us. She died. She died. Full disappeared. Hope you like it. Are you okay?
Gorgeous.
Okay.
I don't think you have sound.
Don't?
Oh, there it goes.
It took it a second. Okay. So you don't see anything particularly wrong with the earring. It is a little bit glossier than it used to be, and it has an almost magical sheen to it, but nothing is mechanically wrong with it. You could wear it in your ear at any point in time. Nothing's wrong with the clasp. It all seems to be made of the same material.
I see. I'll just put it back in my ear then for now.
Okay. So you all are in Ulissa Goldborn's Ballin house. Lumina is unconscious. Barbeculathul is nowhere to be seen. What do y'all want to do?
Yeah, was this this is abnormal, right? Like, she didn't say she was going anywhere last time? I can't remember.
Barbeculathul has not said a thing about that.
Yeah. Wow. Well, if she's here, I suspect we'll find out very quickly.
Okay. Well, guys, what do you want to do? Are you still just agape at the whole rooms?
Pretty much. I'm trying to pick my jaw off the floor. Pick my jaw off the floor. This is a bigger room than I've seen in years. I spend my days on a ship. Yeah, pretty much. Well, designed just for sleeping. My room hasn't been much bigger than this bed over here, so it's a bit of a change of scenery than I'm used to.
Fake is gonna take her water bottle and get some water to wipe down poor Lumina.
Poor Lumina. She remains entirely unresponsive, pretty much no matter what you do to her, so she is just completely out of it.
Yes, she needs the rest.
After dealing with you all for an extended period of time.
Not me!
I have, I guess the reason I came here was to stop by my own office and handle a few things. So I have it can wait. I'm fine with staying with the group for right now.
Okay. So is that what everybody wants to do? Y'all just want to hang out and wait? Anybody want to have a convo? Anybody want to chat? Anyone want to gossip about how you're all strangers who are now caught in the schemes of maniacal Kenku?
What is Nolan doing right now? What is he off out and about? Oh, right, okay.
Nolan is the main proprietor of this property. He does almost everything involving it, unless Father is home.
This gigantic house?
Yep.
Oh my god, this poor
Wow.
man, he's gonna kill you, Jared. Cause he probably hates your entire family. I mean, trust and, killing somebody, it doesn't, have to be different things there. Thank you.
I'll take one.
Okay. So
I didn't take the water. I said no, thank you. I don't want it.
Okay. About that time, you hear the sound of the door popping open and footsteps carrying down the hallway as Nolan and another figure make their way into the room. Nolan leads the way in. Quick. He bows again, says, Lord Goldmorn, I'm afraid the physician is away on a house call. It may be some time before he can return. However, when you mentioned a mage, I did manage to collect the... He steps aside, and a rather tall elven woman, dressed in what looks to be mage's robes that are at least somewhat revealing, because I couldn't find a better picture that I liked. Fucking meanders in behind him and pats him on the shoulder and says, so what seems to be the problem? I may or may not have lost a bet. And she looks at all of you. And Nolan kind of sidesteps a little bit to stay out of her way. Yes, you would know Alanis. Yes, Alanis. Yes. You sure she's not just drunk? Okay, then. Always have to make my life difficult. So she meanders over to the bed, looks over Lumina briefly, and pulls out an odd apparatus. It looks like a giant sphere filled with a variety of cards. She flexes her fingers over it briefly and begins to levitate beside her, the cards flexing and stirring around within the sphere. And she examines Lumina with some arcane means that Ulyssa definitely wouldn't understand, but it looks very odd.
Oh.
Snazzy, I'm going to smack Ulysses' arcane knowledge. Oh, that's cool. Fuck you. Okay, so she examines Lumina through magical means, and she kind of walks around the bed a couple of times, like kind of looking at her from different angles, humming and hawing, and generally she's paying more attention to Lumina than anybody else in the room, but she does seem to be a bit befuddled the longer moments pass. So she eventually stops beside Fig, and the apparatus in her hand kind of slows and finally stops entirely. She kind of puts it away for a moment and braces her chin beneath her fist beneath her chin with a thoughtful little hum, and says, "Well, that's interesting. It's almost like she's not quite all here. I don't think a doctor would be able to help you. Then again, I'm not... I think I need to check my tower. I'll be back."
Pick my tower real fast.
Tower.
She turns the corner and then turns back around and walks back and points at Nolan. "After this, we're even." And then leaves. Ulyssa, you would know from previous experience with Alanis, it is actually exceedingly common for her to lose bets and be held accountable for them for a very long period of time. So this is very normal for her. Apologies again, Lord Goldmorn. The physician, I'd imagine... Well, I'd hope he'd be back by this evening. Are you all hungry? I can prepare lunch. Of course. And he nods, bows again, and nods to Kaya, Lady Silverath. And then he nods to Regaz and Fig, guess. And then
Good to
goes
see you
off to the
again.
kitchen to prepare lunch.
Love him.
Huh?
I said love him. King.
House husband. Kaya's harem grows. So is there anything else you all would like to do?
That sounds fantastic.
I'm going to find a washroom and just wash my face and my hands. And then I'm going to see if I can find, like, a deck of cards or something. Some form of entertainment. In a common area.
Do 5-finger fillet.
5-finger fillet.
Oh, there is that up there. I'm gonna bring the chessboard into the bedroom while we wait. The guest room, I guess.
Dylan leans out and glares at you from down the hall, hearing you move the chessboard. And then he leans back in and goes
Don't
back
worry
to
about
cooking.
it. Yeah.
Your room would be upstairs, which doesn't exist yet.
He hasn't made the stairs yet.
There are stairs, but the reason I didn't make it, actually what happens is if you go upstairs, it is even more kind of empty than even down here. Down here it seems impersonal but well maintained. Upstairs there are more rooms, but Ulissa would know that a vast majority of them, except for 2 of them, are empty. The only ones that are furnished or really maintained are her room or his room and his father's room. Everything else up there is either storage or fairly empty. Yeah, it looks like someone's attic. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, you do notice that your shield has a new motif and is made of the same glossy material as the bracelet that you had once worn. And I know you have your new. He's Sebastian from Black Butler.
Poor
Just
fucking
fucking
guy.
blazes around, makes high quality food with rapid precision. But yes, you do notice that your shield has changed into the Veilstone shield. I can't remember all the exact details of it right now. Anybody else going anywhere to clean up? Looking
Oh, yeah.
around?
I probably should too.
Nope, I am good.
Yeah, I'll probably try and find a washroom or something. No, not quite.
He tries to open the door and a spoon just flies past him at rapid speeds. It looks like a
You get
throwing
kicked
knife.
out.
It's good. Nope, not that door.
Okay. So about this time, you hear the door kick open, and the familiar click of heels meandering down the stone hallways as Alanis turns the corner and meanders back in. She says, "Okay, so which one of you summoned the demon?" And she is flicking through a brief book that is rather large and slams it down onto the table in front of you all while flipping through the pages.
What? I don't
Uh,
think our demon summoner is present.
Yeah, our demon summoner was a demon pretty much. Or half demon.
You probably shouldn't make friends with demons. It's not
Oh,
advisable.
no, trust me, they're not our friend. They just kind of showed up.
I assume you
Right.
figured out what happened here.
Of course. Your friend over there is a demon.
Oh,
And Alanis just kind of lays that on you all like it's her job and casually flips the pages a few more times and turns the tome towards you all and taps one of the pages, detailing I thought I was about to sneeze. Okay. detailing something called a dretch. Yes. In the book, it is called a dretch, and if you look into it and read it, it is in essence a type of demon known for teleporting around in liminal spaces and causing mischief.
that sounds like our girl.
It does not have any pictures for you,
Can
Lissa.
Ulissa
It is a
read?
massive
Wait,
tome.
hold
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the only book that I have that would explain her current situation. According to the tome, anytime a dretch would overextend itself or teleport too many times through liminal spaces, they'd spend the next 2 or 3 days unconscious and unable to continue using their powers. It's sort of the price for crossing dimensions. So, which one of you summoned the demon? I have to report this. Probably.
We think she was put up to this by someone else. Is that possible?
Yeah. Does the book mention anything about anyone else taking control of other Dretch's powers?
No, it seems like they all operate on their own free will, as far as I know. But I'm not a demonologist. You'd have to go to one of the colleges if you wanted more information.
How far away is the college?
I believe there's one in Caldiva. I never remember that place's name. Ugh. Calivera. No, it's. Alanis thinks back and just tilts her head and gets very, very briefly annoyed, and then snaps her fingers. Calabilia.
I'll be like,
Oh, maybe
You
she
all
can...
would know that it is the province to the northeast of Lunder.
that's a pretty good distance away, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent chunk of time away.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she can take us there when she recovers.
Well, I mean, once she recovers, she's gonna get knocked out again if she uses her powers again.
I feel like Ulissa is not the type to play gambling games, so I would imagine not.
Does she owe me any favors? I don't know
Okay,
for
yeah.
what, but
Yeah. I'll say that Alanis probably owes Kaya, or at least Silverath Exports, a favor at this point. Because Alanis tends to end up owing a lot of people favors.
poor girl. Oh,
Oh
can
boy.
we bully her?
I don't know what you're talking about. Fig does not know what you're talking about. Fig was sort of enslaved to help you guys. She's been made to help you guys from the beginning.
Anyway. Anyway, what does this young lady okay, so she owes me a favor.
Yep, I'm saying she owes you a favor currently. What are you trying to
gonna-
call in?
I'm gonna call in a favor. I'm going to... Well, I don't know. What was your idea, Jerry? Oh, yeah. I might ask her to keep this hush-hush until we figure out... Yeah. Okay, so I'll give her my sweetest, most polite smile and ask her if she could just keep this particular piece of information to herself until we figure out the exact nature of our latest friend.
Alanis taps her finger on the book and stares down Kaya for an extended period of time. And then she lifts a finger, points it at Kaya and says, "We're even," and then closes her book.
Thank you, my dear girl. Yeah, it sounds like someone's making a lot of fucking deals with people. Well, that's none of my business.
So, Elias agrees to not share that information around very wildly that you all apparently have acquired a demon. But what she does do after she closes her book, she kind of glances around at everyone, says, "So, are we done here? Or would you have any other questions about your demon friend, demon summoning, whatever nonsense you all have managed to get up into? I know you've gotten into trouble. A group like this doesn't walk around unless they're going to get into trouble."
It seems like you've offered us everything you know, so thank you for that.
Great. Anyone want to play cards? And she pulls out a
Yeah.
deck of cards.
Oh my gosh, just what I was looking for!
Alanis has cards, just period.
Yeah, I could rack up a few more favors from you.
And I'm leaving. She is suddenly reminded that gambling is probably not a good idea right now. Takes her cards back and begins meandering towards the door.
Hey, wait,
Don't
wait,
call
wait.
me. I'll call you. Yada yada.
Wait, I take it back. We can just play for fun until this one wakes up.
I have more important things to do and better people to play with for fun. So have a good. Oh, hello, Nolan. Goodbye. Her heels click clack all the way out the damn door. She
No
just up
fun.
and bounces out. Nolan, who was around the corner when Alanis kind of stormed out, carrying multiple plates of some freshly made, delicious lunch, and like on both arms, he's got like 5 platters just balanced on his hands and arms, and is just inching his way through the door. He brings them off to the table and he says, "Your lunch, ladies and gentlemen," and carefully sets 4 plates on the table before each of the chairs with another debonair bow.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Of course. Yes, I had a bit earlier before you all arrived. Speaking of which, I did mean to ask. I wasn't expecting you back to the estate for some time. Has your itinerary changed?
You sound like a very confused young man.
We hitched a ride.
Nolan answers that you have been gone about the length of time it took for you to get to Raven's Point and the cave. So time has not passed since you teleported. I don't know a better way to put that because I don't know how long you and Kaya took. So whatever happened instantly took you between areas.
Real quick, would Nolan be insulted if I tipped him? Would I know this?
You can try. You got to find out things about characters. You can't just ask them.
But
You
I
have to do
mean,
it and figure it out.
I've known him for a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go with that judgment.
Okay. So Nolan has divvied out everyone their lunch, and he looks over to the unconscious Aarakocra and the rather tall Furbolg standing over them. He says, "Madam, would you like food? I've prepared lunch." Jackie!
Whoa!
He says.
Yes, Nolan yells Jackie. He has Tourette's
Whoa.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Just gonna nibble on my food and ignore everything that's going on. And look after Lumina. No.
I see. Well, I suppose
There's a
some
natural
introductions are
order
important.
to things. I mean,
Okay. Nolan does take the moment to introduce himself to the two he does not know, and does make a mention that they're new for the kind of people that Ulissa usually brings about. So he does introduce himself politely, though. So, Fig and regards, you have a nice butler man introducing himself to you. What do you do? Completely ignore him. Got it.
yeah, I was trying to decide whether I should do that. Let's see. Fig nods excitedly in his direction while eating her food happily, but goes back to tending Lumina and does not offer her name. It's not really Just to explain, it's not really a gesture that she's used to.
Ah, a pleasure. And then he looks to Gaz. Sam Blue hates us. Nolan pulls out a shotgun.
A shotgun.
Holy moly, that escalated quickly. Oh, Jared, you found it. I wasn't even looking. Yes, I played that. I played the entirety of that one. I loved it. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, is this working now?
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
I believe it is something Van Helsing. You're right.
Wait, what's...
The character that Blake chose for Nolan in this campaign.
Okay.
If you go look in our VSC chat, the character is from Code Realize, which was an Otome that I played.
Nice.
Yes.
Amos regards. The meal is greatly appreciated.
Of course, I hope it's to your satisfaction.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else I can assist you with, Lord Goldborn? He kind of does the very polite nod and then turns away from you before you can reply again. Very well. Send for me if you require anything further. Nolan pauses very briefly by the chest of drawers and then turns and nods and says, "Of course," then leaves. Off to
He
clean.
was ready to get out of here.
He is off to clean. So Alanis has told you all that it's probably going to be 2 or 3 days before Lumina even wakes up. And she did call the lady a demon. So is there anything else you'd all like to do? Are you all just hanging around the Goldmorn residence? What do y'all want to do?
Fig just continues to munch on her food happily, dropping crumbs all over the floor.
At least it's not in the bed.
Yeah, I'm not in the bed, so we good. I'm sure Nolan will appreciate the crumbs.
There's a shotgun bending around the corner.
Bending around the corner, okay.
Yeah, it's just bending around the corner. Yes.
Scooby-Doo stuff, and the eyes just fall at him and watch.
He's ready to deal with you, as you deserve.
If it's a portrait of somebody, the eyes just follow them.
You all are free to do literally whatever you want, by the way. I don't have anything planned for this, really. It's going to be a whatever you all want. You're not going to derail anything. So...
Fig is going to get a couple of extra pillows and blankets and kind of plump up the pillows behind Lumina and give her some extra covers and make sure she's all tucked in.
I love how, like, Fig just loves Lumina for some reason, even though Lumina called her a bitch as soon as they met.
But she's so cute ever since
So
she
much
was, like,
time.
afraid of being in the cave. She needed protecting.
That was so long ago. So much has happened since then. Haven't we all called each other a bitch every now and then?
I mean,
no,
you're the one
I
who...
can't say that I have.
I don't think Kaya has any room to talk, being the one who literally force-fed her the evil magic item from the Herald.
As
So...
I had to.
Had to.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, I'm glaring at Kaya.
Why are you glaring at me, Fig?
We wouldn't be
What-
in this
what-
situation if it weren't for
what-
you.
Piece of information.
I make sure to situate myself between her and Lumina
That's fine. by me.
protectively. Whoa. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to like press shift, but when you place it down there.
Speaking of which, yes, I should do that. There we go. Now she's actually in
I
bed.
thought it used to be different. I thought it used to be that you'd press shift and then move the token, but now that just turns your token.
Yeah, this rotates it now.
No, I'm saying I thought that you used to be able to grab your token. Hold on. Press shift, grab your token, and then move it where you wanted it, but you can't do that now because it just turns your character. But I'm pretty sure it used to let you place the token where you wanted it, like this. I know, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying that I thought it used to allow you to do that simply when pressing.
She thought you could just shift click it and
Yeah.
then it would drag. Instead, it drags it and turns the token.
Thank you, Blake. I'm sorry. I don't know if I wasn't explaining that well, but
Yeah, no, you have to actually click shift. You don't get to shift click.
Ridiculous.
I know, right?
how dare they do the controls this way? I wish you could set keybinds. Or can you? And I don't know it. Because I only see a control reference. Yeah, I don't see anything to be able to do that. Let's see.
Type to type.
Type to type. Type to type.
Okay. So y'all get to sit around and eat your lunch, and it takes a little while, and y'all have a bit of a conversation about what's been going on and everything. Your lunch eventually finishes, and Nolan, as though he had been called, appears to collect everyone's dishes.
Does he notice all the crumbs?
Yes, he does, but he does not make mention of them. He politely gathers all of the dishes into one pile and nods with a slight bow again, turns and carefully carries them all away to be clean.
I don't trust him.
Why don't you trust poor Nolan? He's been nothing but nice to you. He cooked you all lunch.
People that quiet and not saying anything are just about to blow up. He's like literally on the last
Last nerve.
Yeah. What? So?
People.
And also, no, I've met people before y'all. What does that mean? You think I'm just like a tree goblin or something and I don't talk to anybody?
That's your name
I'll
now.
show you what a tree goblin is.
Uh-oh, we getting serious now.
Anyway, let's see.
I mean, do we?
Do we really?
You know.
Uh, oh,
I don't care about your town.
look at all this.
Well, your town is mostly stone. If she raises your town to the ground, it'll give back to the forest.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Purple Hitler.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really like y'all, so I don't care about your town. The only person I care about here is Lumina.
Aw.
Literally. And maybe Regal.
Maybe Regal.
Maybe.
It's a coin flip.
So do y'all just want to hang out for the rest of the day and keep chatting? Or what do you all want to do?
I'm gonna
Because if
stop.
you all want to talk, you can talk.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have a little chat with you, Alyssa. You seem like you just have a very like unusually vacant expression on your face. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, like you're miles away right now, you know? Well, why don't we take a trip somewhere else then?
Bird lady.
Why? Right. I need to go by my office anyway. So why don't I talk to some people and have some eyes out for Barbecca Thule on the roads? Okay. Mhm.
Poor old Nolan. Tippity tap. Where has Fig run off
Yeah,
to?
what?
All the way fucking outside.
Aw.
What's going on an errand?
Aw.
Nolan is done washing the dishes. Comes outside to do the gardening. Looks and sees that like half his meticulously crafted flower beds have been plucked. His eye twitches behind his glasses. And he makes his way back inside. Reaches for his shotgun that he has casually behind his back as he meanders in. He looks at the kindly given bouquet sitting beside Lumina, and he says, if I might make a suggestion, it may be for the best if you all spend an evening out in the town. The doctor should be back soon, and I do have much work to be getting caught up on. And he gives a pointed look at Fig. He's like, get out of this house before I kill you.
Oh boy.
Fig smiles cheerfully at him, unaware of his gaze.
If you're worried about your compatriot, you need not. I will look in on her and take care of her while you're away. It will be my pleasure. Now, if you would not mind, madam, if you could please leave my garden alone. Thank you. It would
Fig,
be much appreciated.
Fig looks at him confused. I was just helping.
Helping yourself. And he
I
walks
was
away.
taking away the dying once that new life would come forth.
He had the door slam. Nope,
Nolan is very protective of his
I'm
dog.
out. I'm done.
Nolan is very protective of his fucking garden.
Wait, so why is he kicking us out? I'm sorry, I missed that.
There's
Oh, did someone fuck up his flower garden?
Fig.
good.
Oh my.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make it look like there's flames on his garden.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. It's within 30 feet. Do you need to see it? Hold on. Create within range. You cast. It doesn't even say that you need to see it. It just says that you need to. Well, I guess you can look out through the window any fucking way. So, Nolan gathers all his stuff to go out gardening again to try and repair all the damage. He meanders out. Pauses, sees that everything is on fire.
Oh my god.
Stares
This is
at
gonna
it.
be Fig's favorite pastime is bullying Nolan.
Boy.
Yeah, but I don't really want him to determine if it's a fucking illusion. Also,
He
he
wants
has
to
no
go
fucking
along
stats.
with it.
Yeah, he has no stats. He's an NPC that doesn't have any
Oh,
combat
okay.
stats. Like, I haven't built any of these
Yeah.
people. It's still a 1. So he is 100% believing that everything is on fire. So he turns, walks very quickly back inside,
Is he not panicking?
storms back into the room, and he says, I'm going to have to ask you all to vacate the premises. It appears the building is on fire. Out now.
Oh, what?
Wait on the.
He is rather quick, and he reaches over, grabs Lumina, picks her up in his arms, and carries
Whoa!
her out of the room.
Whoa, hold on. I yank her back. I'm not letting her leave with her.
God, y'all
He
are manhandling her.
already
She's not even
gone.
awake.
Hold on.
She's gonna wake up with like bruises and like sore muscles and shit.
Is this? Yeah, have you not noticed that this has happened multiple times now, where Lumina's just kind of stuck between two people, dragging her back and forth?
Hold on. Hold on. I grab her back. Yo, she's not leaving.
The building
Also, the
is on
flames
fire.
are gone when he exits, by the way. I'm just gonna say I decided to quit the illusion at this point.
Oh my god.
Why are you seeing things?
I step out and I'm like, what do you mean it's on fire?
He looks at you across the rim of his glasses, and then back to his flower beds that are still ruined, by the way, and then back at you, and then
ruined!
back at his flower beds.
They're better than they were. I took out the ones that were dying or ill.
Lord Goldborn, if you would not mind, could you please escort your companion off of the premises before she can do more damage? I do believe that your father would be quite aghast at her behavior.
He doesn't even know what. Is he blaming me for the fire? He doesn't even know.
He's blaming you for the garden.
The garden is
I
fine.
think he's blaming you for the sheer spectacle.
The garden is fine.
What are
I
you
took
winning?
literally 5 flowers. Hold on,
It's all you
I got
have.
this. Hold on. Where'd
What are
it
you
go?
blaming me for? Yes.
Where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, it's not that. Here. Let's just calm down.
He seems perfectly calm, and he sighs very briefly. He nods at all of you, and he says, "I apologize, Lord Goldmorn. My words are perhaps a bit too harsh. Why don't you introduce your friend to the remaining wonders of the town of Veilstone, or not Veilstone, the town of Wealdstone? I'm sure that she would definitely enjoy the trip to the Artesian Garden. She seems the type to appreciate nature in its finest forms. And of course, I will look after your friend while you are away." And he is still suggesting very much that Fig get the fuck out of my house. But he's very calm about it.
Fig seems very skeptical that there's wonders of nature in this town, but
Wonders of
nods.
nature.
Everybody who wants to can make me an int check, actually.
An intentional feeding check.
Int
Yes.
check.
Intelligence. I don't need history, I just need an int. Okay.
Look at that roll, regaz.
Damn.
Did it work?
It worked. This is common knowledge for everyone, apparently, except for Ulissa, because Ulissa just doesn't follow the teachings of Artesia. But everybody else would be aware that most worshippers of Artesia do not actually have formal shrines within churches. Most worship for Artesia occurs in separate gardens known as Artesian Gardens. Those are effectively the shrines to the goddess Artesia. And almost every major city will have an area specifically dedicated to nature for specifically the purpose of worshiping Artesia. So that's what he means by the Artesian Gardens. Ulissa has had no cause to go there, so she probably doesn't know much about it because she doesn't have a connection to Artesia. I'll go with that, if that makes sense.
Alyssa just doesn't care.
Or you just don't care.
Or you just don't care.
Alright. Before we go, I pick Lamina back up, and I bring her back to her bed. Here, I'm not going to go through a wall. I'll let you do that, Blake. Thank you.
Yeah. You tuck her back in. She's very cozy and unconscious.
I give her a makeshift doll I made out of a rag. There you go, Lamina.
There you
What is she,
go.
5? Wow, okay. Nolan waits politely by the door.
Fig skips out the door, swinging her arms, not caring about Nolan's distaste for what she did to the flowers, which is better.
I do hope you all have a wonderful evening. Do feel free to come back at any point in time. And he slams the door behind all of you and
He
locks
really
it.
means stay the hell away and
Slam.
never come back again.
He slams the door behind you all.
Or Nolan.
Yes, poor Nolan. And you all meander your way back into Wealdstone, sans Illumina. So it has been about an hour or two. It's getting into late afternoon, early evening. It's the sun is still out, but it's creeping towards sunset fairly closely. There's still a decent chunk of people around, but it is not quite the busiest time of day. It's still fairly crowded, though. Wealdstone is a fairly big city. But you all are free to do pretty much whatever you want. Anyone got any desires?
Well, I
Kaya-
don't know anything about this area, so I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Kaya and Alyssa
Alyssa
lead the
lead.
way.
I'm going
Wow.
I'm going to my office.
Okay.
Fig
So-
does not think this is going to be very interesting, but she will go.
So Kaya leads the way through the crowded plaza you all appeared in towards the center of town, where a lot of administrative buildings and what looks to be like bakers. Generally, this is a market square almost. Don't ask about this. This is more or less a market square, and there are a lot of bakers, a civilian blacksmith. There are basically a lot of home goods and items that people in the city would use. There don't appear to be any shops selling potions or adventuring gear or anything. It's mainly seems to be domestic services that are offered in this area, along with office spaces. There is a Zephyr Corporation office in city, but it is actually down further to the south. They do not hold themselves in this area, but there are several other smaller mining corporations and other businesses that have offices in this area alongside Kaya's. You're such a bitch. Anyway,
He probably has it. Don't ask him for it.
I can make it up in about 5 minutes. But
Okay, and the stopwatch starts now.
so as you all approach the main square, Kaya knows where her offices are. So she walks with purpose down the street, turns the corner, and sees that her offices have a notice pinned on the front door and are dark on the inside. The notice on the door says,
Is this
closed
shit?
for renovations. Signed, give me 1 second, I gotta double check.
I thought I was gonna say
forgot.
out of business.
I was gonna start throwing shit if.
It says closed for renovations, signed Camille. And Kaya would know that Camille is her secretary / assistant who runs the office here.
Alright. I'm going to go inside.
You find that the door is sealed shut.
Sealed, as in not locked.
Are you trying to like just open it by turning the handle? Are you shoving on it? What are you doing?
I'll try to turn the handle, but presumably I have like a key or something that I can try.
You unlock the door and you turn the handle and try to open it, but the door does not move. It does not budge from where it is.
Whoa.
It is actually pitch black on the inside. There are no candles lit, nothing. You can see slightly through the dim gleam that there is the usual office space inside through the windows from the sunset. You can kind of determine that, but nothing looks particularly out of place, but it does look almost suspiciously empty. There doesn't seem to be any construction equipment. There doesn't seem to be any boards or any furniture being moved around. It looks exactly the same as it was beforehand.
I'm kicking the door in.
Oh my god. I guess they are in the middle of renovations already anyway, so.
It's my fucking office. I'll destroy it if I have to.
Roll me a Constitution save. Or actually, no. Do a Dex save, actually. I don't know if it's going to pop up for me.
Suspense of the lag causing me to not fucking know what my role is until
It's like
30
Goose
seconds
Ducks
later.
voting. Goose Ducks voting.
Oh yeah. Oh, it just delays itself.
So you rear back and kick the door full force, and as soon as your foot collides with the solid wood of the door, you feel a sudden surge of energy and are launched back 5 feet as though by magic. Your dexterity does allow you to land on your feet, and you kind of hop a little bit, but you notice as you land that there is a faint shimmering glow of a sickly purple where your foot collided that steadily fades away.
Can we tell if it's the same purpley glow from the fire from earlier?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see.
Whoa.
The dice is over my.
You are able to determine that this is a similar energy to what you saw the necromancer in the caves using and throwing around. Why would I?
I don't like that at all.
Well,
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm pissed.
is this the only door? Is this the only door? Do you have like a cellar entrance or anything?
I have a feeling that trying to break the windows in or anything, or trying an alternative entrance, will end very badly for me.
Shouldn't we go check on
Yeah.
Camille?
Camille, I guess. I mean, yeah, we could go check her house. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to turn on my heel and stomp angrily in the direction of Camille's house.
Okay. So Camille lives over across the street from the Three Brothers Tavern. It's right over here. And you would know that, so I'm pointing it out to you.
Right.
Fig found her way.
Fig is
I
very
can-
good with directions.
I can barely move, so I will do my best.
No worries.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So you approach Camille's house, and much like with the office, you see that everything is a little bit dark. It doesn't look like there's anybody currently home, but you do find that the door itself is unlocked. Camille lives in a rather modest lifestyle. She has like a couple bookcases where she keeps documents and things from when she's working from home. She has a kitchen, but she doesn't really use it a whole lot. But the building itself seems empty. And you, Kaya, you would know that Camille is rather meticulous. That's one of the reasons why you hired her. And you know that she would normally not leave her door unlocked.
Yeah, I suspect that something is very wrong here. Her privacy is the last thing on my mind right now. I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. You go inside. Everything appears rather clean and orderly, like what you would normally see when Camille's home. She keeps everything rather well proportioned, well kept. What does seem a little odd to you, though, is that there is a thin layer of dust on a couple of the bookshelves, as though she has been gone. It's not multiple days worth, but it is more than what Camille would usually leave. She usually goes through with a feather duster like every other day. She's kind of that type of person. If there's a dust bunny anywhere, she attacks it.
I'm going to literally so much in common.
Shipping. Shipping. And
Top.
cooking and cooking.
I will share with everyone that I think something is very wrong here. She's been gone for longer than she should be. You know, if she were like not working because she was sick, she would be here. So I'm gonna just start looking around. I'm gonna check her, like, if she has like a study or like a work desk of any kind. I'll start there, and I will ask Yulissa to check her room. And if anybody else would like to just kind of have a look around, feel free.
I'll try and see if there's like a note left or anything, like near the entranceway or on the bookshelves or near a door or something.
Everybody roll me an investigation check if you're looking. Ulissa's already rolled hers, so I know what she's doing. Are you looking like through her room, Ulissa, or like Kaya said?
Thank you, Regos.
Oh dear.
I'm not really looking. I'm just kind of like dazed and kind of wandering around,
Oh no.
humming to myself.
Oh my god, okay.
Ugh.
So, Ulissa, you are examining the Camille's room, and it is about as meticulous as the rest of the house. It doesn't look particularly well lived in, but it too looks like it's been empty for a couple of days at least. And you would know from Kaya talking about her and probably having met her once or twice that she is a rather meticulous person. So during your investigations, you find it rather odd that one of her books is sticking out slightly from the shelf, rather purposefully. She has a bookshelf in her room.
Swinging door bookshelf.
Okay. As you pull the book out of the bookshelf, you don't find anything interesting about the book itself, but a folded piece of paper does fall from between the book that you pulled out and one of the books beside it. It is a note written in Dwarvish, and it says, "For Kaya's eyes only," on the front. Naturally.
Okay, I'll take it from him rather greedily and say thank you. I was coming up with absolutely nothing over here. I'm glad you found something.
Yeah, nobody else found anything. I thought that was rather
Yeah.
direct by the 2 and the 4, but yeah, you.
And the 1.
Okay.
I will, with my understanding of the Dwarvish language, begin leafing through this.
Give me 1 second. I'm typing it out.
Sure. He has to demonstrate that he also speaks Dwarvish.
Fucking degenerates. Give me 1 second. I actually have to type this, so bear with me.
Take your time.
Okay.
Seriously.
If you all want to take a quick break while I write this out, you can.
BRB.
I'll be-
Go ahead.
I'll be
I know
right
we've
there.
been going for a little while. I think we're at 2.5 hours now.
Bud?
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh wow, only 1:30. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Hello.
Bear with me, I'm still writing.
Okay, gotcha. I was worried that I was holding L. Sorry. Take your time. Shut up. Not you. Ah. Please state why. Have a big ass thing of jambalaya.
Are you eating mac and cheese, Emily? Oh. I just saw like a yellowish color vaguely at the bottom of the screen. I
It
was like,
looks so yellow on this.
right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Jambalaya sounds so good.
I've never made it from scratch. One day I want to.
Doesn't it take a long time to make from scratch?
I don't know, actually.
What does?
Jambalaya.
Hmm.
I know it's like fast from the box, but like scratch. Like 1 hour to an hour 30 minutes. Which, I mean, isn't that long.
Okay, I hope this turns out correctly, or I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
What happened?
I also said that as fucking Kaya by accident, but congratulations.
Oh man.
This is the note. Why not, bitch? Don't you want to copy my lyrics, my sick flow that I made up in about 5 minutes?
Fat beat.
Bro, you don't even understand. My bars are too intense.
They have some slow cooker jambalaya recipes that take 8 hours.
My goodness.
But that's only if you're using a slow cooker, so. I would imagine it's tasty though. Jared, I feel bad. Should you go see if she's okay? She's crying so much though.
I'm gonna cry. Was this, can everyone read this, by the way?
No.
Why are you gonna cry?
I love her already. She signed it, ever yours. That's so sweet.
Oh,
Hang on, my food's not hot enough.
Nolan's wife to be. If y'all want to do a session where you try and matchmake, then go for it. Fuck it. We'll see how
That's
well
like-
that goes.
My favorite part of D&D.
Just wait until Seth joins.
God, I remember Brian's campaign. Some of us may not have been taking it seriously, but I gotta say, it was nice to have just matchmaking session after matchmaking session forever.
Multiple?
Fucking, I'm pretty sure one of us got engaged. Actually, it's fun. Oh my God, you're so right.
Oh boy.
I don't understand that last. Well, I don't dare leave my location in a note, but if you need the mercenary, look for Amos. Is that like a riddle or something?
Richard's name is-
Okay.
That is indeed what that is. I'm sorry if it was confusing. I had to write a pretty quick
No, I
note.
confused myself, probably.
It's okay. Dumbass McGee.
Dumbass McGee.
Bitch
Dumbass McGee.
It's his name. It's his legal name.
It's like
It
it's
is
like,
not
like
Farron.
Pokemon logic.
There's not Farron.
Yeah,
You
it's
would
Farron's
both
father.
know. No.
No, I'm just kidding.
You would know that the head of the branch office of the Zephyr Corporation's manager is a man named Dominic. He's a tall, half-elven man with a smarmy smile. He's one of those people who thinks he's more charming than he is.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what that's like. Couldn't be me. I think you're right. That was the first place your mind went to, but I want to speak to this Amos person first before I try to get any information out of that. So, yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Just some
God.
guy hanging around. Thank you, whoever's moving me.
So we're supposed to look for Amos, correct? who's is that the mercenary? Okay. Is it probable that he would be at the bar? Why would he need to keep an eye on the place?
We just tried to break in. Yeah, I mean,
He's
we just
looking
tried to break
over the
in.
property, but like that doesn't mean he's there 24/7.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Not 24/7, but maybe like
Makes his rounds every once in a while.
8 out of 24 of the 7.
Yeah. But I'm like,
Yeah, fucking. Yeah,
but I'm thinking we didn't see him earlier when we were at the property, right?
Maybe he like
So
makes
maybe
rounds.
he's off duty right now and he's at the bar.
Let's check.
Or at
Maybe
least
we just
that
missed
would
him,
be a
but
place to ask where he is anyway.
Give me a second. I'm eating my ice cream. It's really good. You should be fucking jealous. I love my
it
Klondike
looks
cones.
really good.
What ice cream is that? Those are those ones in the freezer section, right?
Yes, they are Klondike cones. They're so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Jared, don't you like those? I think we got a box once and I didn't get any of them. Yes.
Okay. So you're asking like paladins if they know where Amos is?
If he would know of them.
No, she would not know of Amos currently.
Alright, I gotta ask, what gender is Alyssa?
You said you wanted people to get confused, and I'm confused every time I look at the picture because I keep looking at it and I'm like, that's definitely a chick.
It's
And
like-
I
You
hear
got it
Alyssa.
right with the butler calling him he.
I know, because I had to very, very thoroughly think about it. I had to pause and think.
It's like a conscious effort.
Oh, damn!
Okay.
Alyssa just uses any pronouns, it's fine.
Yes, any pronoun is acceptable for Alyssa.
Make me an investigation check.
Yeah, those went well last time.
Surely, if my last one went terribly, then this one has to be fine.
Holy shit, that nat 20. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't a nat 20. I read your dice wrong. Fuck. So you all investigate everything around street level. You don't see any sign of anybody who's kind of lingering around. And like you don't see anything in particular out of place besides like everything being dark, the sign on the door talking about renovations that aren't really happening, and there are the usual kind of groups of people wandering around. Veilstone again is a pretty big town. There are usually a lot of people around, some of whom you would or would not know, but there doesn't seem to be anybody who is repeatedly walking by the property or anything like that.
I guess, did Fig suggest in character that we should check the bar or like a tavern or something for
No,
information?
I don't
Okay.
think she would have. She doesn't really even understand the concept of a bar, like.
True. Then, a mercenary.
She would have been looking around, like, at the pond. whatever this is, fountain over here, and
That's a
any other
beautiful fountain, very
flavors.
immaculate. I
Yeah.
just can't use more than 3 of the fucking well things on the free version of my map maker, so imagine something opulent and beautiful.
How much is the paid version?
More than I'm willing to pay for anything.
For anything in the world?
I already bought one D&D map maker. I don't need to be going down that slippery slope, Jackie.
Jared, do you know how much it is? Which one is it?
I think it was Incarnate.
It looks good. Like, the map looks really good.
Good. It took me about 2 fucking hours.
I'm sorry. Did you enjoy yourself at least, or was it frustrating?
It was fine once I figured out how to do it. It took me forever to get the streets, even looking at all like streets, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Okay, so there are a variety of bars in town, but the main thoroughfare is the Three Brothers Inn and Tavern. It is located off the main square, and it is perhaps the largest of the bars and taverns and inns in the area, because it is actually 3 buildings that have been renovated to more or less be combined into one, so that they are all linked. And they are run by a set of 3 brothers. Hence the name. I know, it's so clever.
Wow.
Everybody going to the bar?
Yeah.
Is where guys going to the bar? Blue Sam, keep it quiet. I'm almost done with my ice cream cone. Blue Sam, you okay? I just wanted to make sure you're good. Because we can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
Does not work in... Okay.
I'm gonna message him real quick. He's dead.
He's
dead,
dead.
He's dead, Jim. Nolan got a hold of him. He's gonna pick you all off one by one. What you didn't know was the lunch was poisoned.
No.
Yeah, sorry, I was out of game for a little bit.
Oh, no worries. I just wanted to make sure you were okay because you'd been quiet for a little while.
Yeah, sorry. Dogs were barking or something, so.
Okay. So
Oh.
we didn't find anything at the offices, so they're going to go and check the local bars trying to find this mercenary Camille Hild. Are you going to the bar with them? Or are you going to shoot somebody in the back of the head with lightning? What you gonna do?
Probably go to the bar.
Damn. You ever do anything fun? Okay. So
Drinking's fun. Drinking's fun. Kidding me?
I'm coming.
Fig is so excited to go get wasted.
I'm not gonna drink it.
Would I be a known patron at this bar? Would I be a regular at this bar?
I feel like Kaya is one of those people who would like only eat and drink at like the fancy ass places. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I feel
Hoity-toity
like she would probably drink at home, actually.
Yeah, like she has all
Unless-
like her own vintages of wine in her cellar, a secret wine room
Yeah.
for the most valuable bottles.
That's fair. I
Me a
agree with you.
30-year-old Pinot Noir.
Yep, that sounds like Kaya. Okay. So you all make your way to the Three Brothers Tavern. And as you open the doors, there's a very boisterous atmosphere in this tavern. It's very packed, a lot of people around eating, drinking. You see the youngest of the three brothers kind of moving around between tables, taking orders, taking dishes, and running them back towards the bar, where an older gentleman works behind the bar and is talking with another distinct gentleman. I know, fuck you. Now, everybody make me a perception check.
We'll perceive.
Yes, do you have eyes? So it's not hard, and all of you are pretty perceptive. As soon as you walk in, you notice that there are a very large number of people here in uniform. Very familiar sets of uniforms, in fact, all of them bearing the Zephyr Corporation heraldry. And they all appear very like another unit of the same group that you fought in the forest.
I'm going to turn my ass around and walk outside for a second.
Yeah.
It is not uncommon to see groups of mercenaries, employees, and everything to move around in various areas through Veilstone. It's a very populous area, and since it is connected to a lot of the mines, this is sort of where not much illicit activity goes on inside the town, but this is where you gather before illicit activities occur. So basically, you could pretty readily assume that this is a group of employees who are set to hit a mine or two on behalf of the Zephyr Corporation or do something along those lines. Like, generally speaking, everybody has a couple of under-the-table dealings in Lunder, because there's not really how should I say this? There's not really a formal legal system beyond the tax system that is run by kobolds, and nobody really goes against because they know that their town will burn down if they do.
So if anyone is coming outside with me, I don't know if they are, but I will turn to address whoever is with me. I don't think it's a good idea for me to go in there. And honestly, unless I have extraordinary luck, I would say that I've been recognized already.
We don't know where Baron went.
Maybe.
He's kind of vanished. Is there
I
a way that
don't-
you could? Does anybody have like a disguise kit or anything?
That's what I'm wondering. No, I don't. I don't know anything, in fact. All of my resources are here in Veilstone, and I can't go anywhere. I can't be seen in public, and I can't get into my office. And my only secretary is missing, and I don't know how to find it.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, poor Kaya! Fig, what do you do? Kaya's having a panic attack and she seems very distraught.
Kaya is cool and composed. I will say that. I am having a panic attack.
Big kind of glances at Kaya and doesn't notice anything awry at the moment. I'm assuming that was Kaya's internal monologue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm doing that.
They're just walking around.
You can automate tokens?
That's cool.
Oh.
Probably lags the hell out of everything, but that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's just anything in Forge in general. I mean,
I just
Mhm.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how. Can I fucking scroll up? I can't even scroll up in this chat.
ooh.
It's just very slow. Okay, sorry. Let's.
Can I use augury to see what would happen if we continue to remain in the bar?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll just have to go find your father directly, or see if we can fucking find him if someone else hasn't gotten to him already.
So Fig uses augury, and she discovers that the results will be wheel.
Yep.
Good results.
Oh,
Do not be afraid, Kaya.
Hmm.
I don't know why you're panicking, but let's go.
Well, she has somewhat of a hard time trusting this premonition, but she kind of squares her shoulders and walks back into the tavern, keeping her eyes straight forward.
As you all walk into the tavern proper, you are noticed by a young lad. He's about 16 and he's running around. He's got a couple of mugs in his hand, a plate or two, and he looks like he has been running around all day. He's a little bit out of breath, but he wanders up to you all and he says, "Hello, can I help you? Did you need a table or were you looking for a room?"
We won't be staying for very long, thank you.
Oh, well, you're free to take a seat at the bar and anywhere really. I've got to get back to work. Sorry, pardon me. And he kind of moves back over towards the bar, dropping off more glasses and everything closer to two older men who are standing and existing near the bar.
Where's Elena when you need her?
I know, right?
It'd be funny if she just made a random appearance, just working in here or something.
Like crossover episode.
Elena becomes a fucking waitressing god of the waitress,
Interdimensional leader.
interdimensional waitress god.
Planeswalking waitress. Alright, I'm going straight to the bar. No detours.
As you all reach the bar, you see that there are two men leaning across the bar at each other. The bartender with his hands planted on the bar, and a slightly gruffer looking man who's leaned forward and sort of gesturing harshly while they whisper back and forth at each other. The bartender is shaking his head and glaring at him and generally seems very perturbed by what is being said. And the gruffer looking gentleman kind of gives one of those wasting my time and turns to storm away from the bar.
I will whisper to Yulissa. Well, is he like leaving or is he going back to his table?
He went all the way over to one of the tables.
Okay. I will tell Yulissa, keep an eye on that one, and I will try to meet the bartender's eye if he's not speaking to the remaining person. It was two men, right? Who were there?
Yeah, it's the bartender and the guy who walked away.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well then, yeah, I'll try to get his attention. The bartender's attention.
Bartender sighs, shakes his head, and then kind of realizes he has customers and slides up over to you all and says, "Hello, welcome to the Three Brothers. What can I get you?"
Is the present company giving you some trouble?
No more than usual. Damien's got some stupid idea in his head, and then Cameron's been trying to run the place, but it's just busy night. What can you do? Anyway, can I get you a drink? Anything?
Get me some water, please.
You're ordering water at a bar.
I'm very dehydrated. And whatever my friends here want.
I got a whiskey.
He nods to Ragaz, glances at Fig and Ulissa.
Fig shrugs and says she just wants some water.
Fucking orders a warm milk at the bar.
Warm milk and bread.
Your
Right.
finest milk, please.
2 waters and a whiskey. Right. Be right back. He
I'm drinking for 3.
moves to pour you all drinks and slides them across the bar to you all. There you are. Do you want any food or anything, or you want me to leave you be?
I was hoping for some information, actually.
He slid them across the bar to you all. No, he slides them across the bar. It's literally what happened.
Is he Slenderman?
Yeah, what happened with this map though is I liked using this bar, but I couldn't make it big enough. And this stamp, when you scale it up lengthwise, it
Hold on, I
also does
can't
the
see
width.
it.
So the reason it's so big is because I wanted it to cover
Oh,
the
it's
entire
huge.
wall, but it fucking.
Wow, this is the biggest bar.
I know. I wanted it to cover the right side of the room, but I couldn't find a stamp that would let me do that and make it look halfway decent. So I just expanded the other one, and I was like, "Yeah." So it's a big old table. So
Be
there you
fair,
go.
all of us are walking 5 foot by 5 foot cubes, so
Yeah.
glad you realized. The barkeep! No! As far as you know, is there a man named Amos who visits this location regularly?
The bartender kind of gives you a look and he says, "I'm not usually in the business of giving informations, lass."
Slip him a 50. I'm
I
joking.
don't want to spend money. Can I intimidate him?
Yeah, if you
I don't
want to
know
roll
what
intimidation.
I don't know what to say though. Fucking. Do you know who I am? My father will hear about this. My absent father will hear about this.
Never go full Karen.
Your mere presence is enough.
Will simply look at him the wrong way.
The bartender taps his fingers on the bar and he seems to he does the thing where he meets your eye and he's like being very stubborn, but he kind of sees something he doesn't like, so he starts fidgeting just a little bit, and ultimately it's his gaze that breaks away first with a grunt, and he's like, "It's bad for business to talk about other people's nonsense in Lunder. You know that."
Yeah, being a businesswoman myself, I understand.
Then you'll understand if I don't want to say anything. After all, it doesn't go very well for any snitches.
Look, someone very dear to me, her life is on the line. If you want money,
It's not about money, girl. It's about integrity. Now, if you
All
need
right.
a refill, let me know. And he walks away. And as he walks away, the 16-year-old, very harried boy kind of wanders up with more plates and sets them out on the bar. And as he's kind of leaned over the bar, he's kind of out of breath, running around everywhere. He looks a little bit pale, almost sickly, almost like he's kind of been pushing himself for quite some time. But the bartender has moved down to the other side of the bar to deal with a few more customers, while the boy takes his second closer to you all.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just a little dizzy. It's been
I
a lot of
ask him
people.
to sit down. Actually, I don't ask him. I force him to sit down and give him my glass of water.
Words him.
Oh my God, Fig, Mama Fig,
Yes,
fucking
Mama
shit.
Pig.
Okay. So, the boy, he stumbles a little bit. He kind of resists your grasp at first, but as you try and press him down, and he tries to slide away. One of his legs just kind of like shakes, and he eventually just falls into the seat. And he seems surprised. He's like, "Oh, okay then. I think I might need a break." Thank you.
Nods vigorously at him.
Thank you, ma'am. Sorry to intrude. I'm Cameron, by the way. My brothers and I, we run this place. It's nice to meet you.
You're one of the three.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Cameron, the youngest.
I got.
I'd say that the bars themselves have existed for now, probably around 60 years, but they used to be separate entities. The brothers are the ones who turned them all into like one connected area, and that happened probably 25 years ago, give or take. Nah, that's not what's happened. You can tell that. Nah, don't worry about it. Actually, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to give it away. Go ahead. So you got a very breathless Cameron, kind of leaned over the bar, drinking Fig's water that she kindly offered him, and he gets a bit of his color back. He starts breathing a bit less heavily, and he seems to relax a little bit as he reaches down and kind of rubs one of his legs. He does still seem a little bit pale, but he's a little bit on the better just for having sat down for a little while.
Nobody ordered food, right?
Nobody has ordered anything yet.
Is there
no.
any unleft like food anywhere?
Not at the bar where you're
Unattended?
sitting.
Yeah, is there anything on his plates?
You see that there is some like bread and what looks to be like half of a sandwich still on one of the plates.
I grab the bread and I stuff it in his mouth.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check, I think.
Oh, God.
Seeing what you're doing, Cameron does manage to get kind of his arm up in time, and he's like, "Oh no, that's fine. I'm not hungry. Thank you, but I'm not hungry.
Even though you're not hungry, you look anemic.
I'm fine, really. Honestly, I just feel better
I'm
for
gonna
having sat down.
inspect him to make sure he's not lying, because he does look unwell to me.
Make a medicine check.
In the meantime, why did you come over here? Are you here to take our order or something?
He looks at Fig, who's kind of giving him a very close-up inspection, and kind of gets distracted by Kaya. He seems a bit perturbed by how the 7-foot-tall furball woman is looming very nearby, but he's not. He's kind of like trying to be very polite to Kaya. He's just in general, he seems like a relatively polite person. He says, "Yes. What did I do?" Sure, if you want to do that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay, so pat on the shoulder. He does seem to get a little bit of his color back. It does not seem like he is perfectly well, but he does turn to Kaya and he says,
Deceased.
"No, he's just really tired. He's been on his feet for an extended period of time."
Just
Just
tired.
insulting the poor guy.
God.
What the hell?
Wow.
Calling
Why?
him diseased.
Why?
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
I
that's
am not
fair.
that fucking mean. No. Fig, your examination reveals that he is not the most physically fit person. He's rather skinny, not through lack of food, but it does seem like he might have had the flu recently or had some sort of illness previously that he's still on the mend from. And you do kind of get the feeling that he might have just been pushing himself too hard after a period of being sick. It looks
Okay.
like he just didn't take a break, is basically what happened. He
I
just seems
start
exhausted.
wagging my finger at him and giving him a lecture about how he should take better care of himself.
Okay, before that happens, he does respond to Kaya and he says, no, it's my job I bring the dishes over and then Orion will take them into the back and replace them and I work the floor." And then he proceeds to get lectured.
I think that's a good idea too. Go talk to him about integrity.
I agree.
Anyone else want anything to say?
I want to. Why is he here? Have we?
Yeah.
No, he
have
just
we
he,
resolved? Oh,
yeah, that's
okay.
all he
I
was
thought
doing.
he was coming to us specifically.
I see Blake's eyebrows going up over there.
I understand. Okay, I understand now. I thought that he was about to like start talk, like he overheard our conversation or something. Okay, well then, if I have some words. This young man.
Uh-oh. Are they good words or bad words? He's an impressionable youth.
They're very good, kind words. Well, I don't know this. Okay, well, so you've been so busy in this place. I'd imagine you served a great variety of people in your time here. Do you ever get to know your customers? Are you on a name basis with any of them?
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
While Kaya's doing this, I'm going to gather up the dishes and bring them to where they're supposed to be. Because he said they were being brought to his brother, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, wherever the hell that goes, I'm bringing it.
Did you even go off? I'm fucking...
Yeah, you're at a 15. Did you get advantage?
Not yet.
It's not dark vision. It's like fog of war. Like if you haven't been there before, it just doesn't show it. Oh.
10 feet?
2 12s. 2 15s.
Oh.
There.
It's so bright! Holy moly!
I know. That's one of the reasons why I was fucking not doing it, because I knew you'd zero it on that. It's crowded as fuck. Because I fucking didn't want you to see Amos. Fuck you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. What were you doing, Kaya?
Whoa.
Sorry.
I rolled persuasion to ask him if he was on first name basis.
You got the same roll both times!
Okay. So Cameron, he looks at you, and you do notice he blushes a little bit because he's a 16-year-old boy, and you're a very attractive Earth Ganassi. And he's like, yes, ma'am. yeah, he's like, yes, ma'am. I work here every night. I get to know a lot of the regulars and everything. And he kind
Every
of looks
night?
down back at the bar.
7 days a week?
This is his life.
You poor thing! I pat him consolingly on the shoulder, and I say, "Tell me, young man, do you know of a man named Amos? Whoever comes through here. He's a good friend of mine, and you see, he won't tell me. He keeps telling me about a spot in this town that's just the best bar he's ever been to. And he refuses to tell me the name. It's like he's gatekeeping this location. And I'd really like to know if this is the one.
I love it when you're the face, fucking Emily. It turns out hilarious. Oh goodness, I love it when you try and persuade people. Okay, so the kid, he seems briefly confused by the question, but he's still blushing, and he blushes even harder at like the very very thick praise layered on the tavern. He seems to like kind of sit up a bit straighter. He does. He's very proud of the tavern itself, but he's still kind of an embarrassed 16-year-old boy. He's kind of
Sweet
gangly.
boy.
But he looks around and then he looks back to the far corner of the bar, and then he leans in towards Kaya and he's like, "Is that a guy? I always thought it was a girl."
Amos.
It's a bit ambiguous. Yeah, exactly. Much like my friend Diego. My
Oh.
other gender ambiguous friend. I have a collection of them.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Uh,
so
It's now afraid
you
he'll be
know
part of
him.
that collection.
yeah, he's here now. He comes by every night now for the past couple of days. He gets dinner and he has a room upstairs. He isn't from around here, I don't think. He doesn't really talk about it that much, but God, I thought he was a girl. It's hard for me to tell. I think it's the ears.
They won't mind. I'm sure it's not a big deal. Well,
Cameron seems genuinely concerned.
so silly of me not to recognize them. They're sitting right there. I am just, I had a few too many before coming here. That's why I got this water. Anyway. Thank you, my dear boy. I'll offer him my water as well. Just have a seat for a few minutes. Why don't you? And I will see you later.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome to the Three Brothers. He does that very awkward. He's like a 16-year-old boy who can't figure out what to say. And he's very flattered and he's very flustered. So he kind of cradles his water and hunches his shoulders just a little bit, like, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
I will give a little gold piece on the table.
Aww.
For him. Take that out
He is poor and has hardly any money, so she won't be leaving too much. Actually, she doesn't even know what money's really for, so.
No, God, I'm scared. But I have to do it. Alright, well, I'm going to just keep to the wall, keep to the bar, and skirt.
Oh, boy.
I will keep to
Like a
the edges of
Batman
the
Joker
room
kind of
and
scenario.
just make my way towards the corner table that this young man gestured to.
Fig doesn't care about Amos. She goes to look at the plants.
Now, would Amos recognize me is the question.
I guess you're gonna find out.
If he was hired by my secretary.
I'm assuming Ulissa is still behind Kaya's shoulder. Okay, I moved you.
Oh,
Oh my god, it's still not happy when we both try to. Okay, you do it. There you go. Okay, so you approach the table off in the back that Cameron directed you all towards, and you find that it is occupied by a lone tabaxi who is quietly playing solitaire on the table and nursing a mug of something light. It looks like almost like a tea,
My
but he
favorite
is
game.
sitting there and playing solitaire.
That's what
Is
I'm
that
gonna
you just
tell.
okay?
That was in character.
Okay. I prefer other games, but it's good for when you don't have more players. Fuck you. Make a insider
Oh.
perception check.
Now I can understand why the kid didn't know.
Yep.
Well, I'm. Oh my god, he really does have the dick in front of him. Well, I'm sorry to disturb your meal. I'll introduce myself first. My name is Kaya Silverath, and I was directed to come find you by an employee of mine. Do you know of me? Or do you know of Camille? Camille, is that her name?
Kaya. I do know of you. And he looks up at you, and he you can't tell it's a he, but it's a he. Sorry. In
That's okay.
character, y'all don't know. I keep calling it because I can't remember to say Amos every time. Sorry.
That's fine.
Amos looks up at you, and the corners of his mouth turn up into a tiny little smirk, and he says, "I do know of you. I know you're not the type of person who gets ordered around anywhere, and I know that you're the type of person who, how should I put this? Has eclectic interests. Am I correct?"
I think my interests are quite normal. Thank you.
So you say at least. Fair enough. I was hoping for something a bit more exciting, but I do know of you. Though that doesn't tell me, how do you know of me? I don't think we've met before. And he tilts
No,
his head.
I don't believe so either. All I know is your name. I'm in a predicament right now, and I don't even know how you're tied up into it. How fun for both of us. I'm not gonna show him the note. I was gonna show him the note, but that's a terrible idea. What is her full name? Camille's full name?
Camille Veritas.
Do you then know of a Camille Veritas?
Why don't we play a game?
Solitaire?
That doesn't seem like a good game for 2, or he counts everyone. 5. But if you'd like, I could give it a try.
Alright, what game did you have in mind then?
How about poker? Poker's always a good time. It's always a good way to meet new people. And he smiles. Just smiling. He seems perfectly relaxed.
Big
Why?
says to count her out of the game, but she'll watch. She cares not for these types of games.
Are you sure? They're quite fun. You can learn a lot about other people.
Yeah, what are we betting here? What's at stake?
I usually don't play for stakes. I usually play for fun. My line of work, it doesn't really, let's just say that I bet my life a bit more than I would like to. Well, that's a lie. I quite enjoy what I do. But if you need a wager, I'd be happy to entertain your idea.
Yeah, I don't really have time for fun right now. I'm very sorry.
Unfortunate. Oh well. So, you're here about your office.
That's right.
Let's go then. And
Whoa.
he slides right
Fantastic.
past you all.
Straight to the point. I like it.
Everyone make me a perception check.
No.
I need to figure out how to fix this shit. It's not terrible.
What?
Oh no.
It's because I'm indoors.
So, Kaya is just glad to be trying to get out of the bar, and Fig wasn't paying attention to begin with. But as Amos stands up and moves his way around the group, Ragaz and Ulissa will notice a brief flash of a logo on his equipment, specifically his armor. A very familiar logo.
Is the logo Blake?
The same one that you see every other patron in the bar wearing. The logo of the Zephyr Corporation.
Gasp.
Oh boy.
Fig don't care. Even if she had seen it, Fig don't care. Jared, is Alyssa gonna warn Kaya?
Y'all want to just fucking kill this guy?
Oh my god, that
I don't-
escalated.
I don't like him. And I don't like this. But he is my only source of information, so I don't really plan on doing that.
You all manage to make your way out of the bar unmolested. Amos kind of sidles his way through with surprising grace. He eases by several people with no difficulty and kind of paves a path out the entrance back into Veilstone proper.
Is this all a trap? Was the book like just placed, not the book, the note just placed there
Guess y'all are
for
gonna
us
find
to
out,
fall
huh?
into a trap? And it wasn't from Camille.
I think Camille is fucking baiting me and I can't trust her.
That or she was made to pin that under duress.
I like how everybody was like, "Oh my god, I've never met her, but I love her," and now it's like, I think that Camille's a treacherous bitch.
Also, you said that good things would happen to me if I win this bar.
You made a new friend. How is that not a good thing?
The 16-year-old boy.
It was good for the 16-year-old boy.
Right, I got to fucking babysit for 10 minutes.
It is getting closer to evening. The sun is starting to set. Y'all spent a decent chunk of time kind of looking around, moving between the office and the bar, and going in and checking on everything. So the streets are starting to clear out. There are still some decent chunk of people like meandering around, making their way home, but it is not as crowded as it was at midday. So it's getting late, but it's not so late that you all can't see.
Wait. I'm gonna restart my shit. Hang on, I know what the problem is.
Okay. We probably won't go on for too much longer. It's almost 11 o'clock, but
I
we'll
turned
probably get
off-
through the basics with Amos.
I turned off hardware acceleration so I could stream shit in Discord that normally would not be allowed to be streamed. Oh my fucking lord. Okay, there we go. I figured it out 3 hours into the session. Nice.
Yep, he's just walked out of the bar and is casually walking down the street. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Amos lazily leads the way back to the office, and rather than go to the door or any of the walls, he moves around into the tight alleyway behind the office between the two buildings, and proceeds to start climbing casually up the wall, all the way up towards the roof.
Spider cat.
Be right back. And he slides up onto the roof and just barely out of sight from if you were in the alleyway, you wouldn't be able to see him.
Be careful with my fucking shingles.
Those are expensive. I had to import those.
They are expensive, aren't they?
They
And
were.
he throws something down in front of you all in the in the alleyway. It just falls to the ground with a metallic clang.
I would not stand under whatever it
Is
is.
it a shingle?
It
it's
is
a bunch
not a
of shingles
shingle.
that he
I
knocked
wanted you
loose.
to think that he did, but no. So what has fallen off of the roof appears to be an ornamental blade. It's a bit like a short sword, but it has an ornamental hilt and a gemstone glowing on the edge of the blade. And Amos casually hops down off of the roof and lands beside it.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
You could call it a security system. And he reaches over, he picks up the sword, flips it around briefly in his hand, and swishes it once. And he says, "No one's been in the building, at least not since I last checked. So, I'd say that is probably about where my contract with Camille ends. I've kept an eye on the property. No one's gone in, no one's gone out. Everything's fine." And he leans against the wall.
Where is she?
Couldn't tell you, she didn't tell me. Something about not trusting an assassin.
Smart girl.
Yes, it's usually not a good idea.
Is
Nothing I've tried has actually been able to access the building. Whatever magic is blocking it off is something beyond me. And she did go to the witch down at the tower a while ago, the one who's really, really bad at cards. I won a lot of money off of her. She didn't seem to have much luck either, so whatever it is, I'd say it's not something anyone's going to break through into normal means. But I don't know exactly where she went.
Is he like offering the sword to me, or is he just holding it?
He has it in his hand and is just kind of lazily holding it while he's leaning against a wall. So he is armed and lazy looking, but armed. And has casually mentioned he's an assassin.
What do you mean by security system? What do you mean by that?
Amos lifts the sword and stabs it into the wall of the house beside him. The house beside him is made of wood. When he stabs it into the wall, you see that the blade begins to vibrate, and you hear metallic shaking as though two metal objects are bashing against each other coming from inside of his cloak. Amos pauses, stands up in front of you all, turns to face you, and swishes back his cloak with a dramatic flare, revealing that inlaid on his cloak are various daggers, a few short swords, a lot of tiny weapons are inlaid in that cloak. And one of them is currently vibrating, one that looks almost exactly like the one currently embedded in the wall of the house. If anyone had intruded, I would have known. Alarm system. And he reaches out and yanks out the sword that's in the wall that he totally just carved a hole into somebody's wall with. And both of the blades stop vibrating. I could go into the mechanics, but that's honestly a boring conversation.
Yeah, that's quite alright. Okay. Well, I assume she paid you.
She did.
Great. Then my business here is done.
Sure. Be on your way then.
I guess I should go talk to what's her name again? Oh god.
Mhm.
Yes.
So are you all walking away?
I
Don't
mean,
worry about it.
Why is he staying here is my question. If his business is done.
Are you asking him?
No, I am not asking him. Fig would not ask this. This is Jackie just monologuing.
Yeah.
I mean, what could he know about this? I guess I'll ask him if he knows anything about, like, if he saw anyone come in before any of this started.
I
Or,
didn't
like-
watch your property before I was hired, so sorry to say I don't keep track of everyone walking through Veilstone. It's a pretty big city.
And yes, I'm walking away.
Amos waits until you reach the corner and then calls back out to you, and he says, "You might want to watch out for the card tricks. She's not quite as nice as she seems."
The who? The what?
He's calling Alana's card tricks.
Oh. She's not as nice as she seems. Well, she didn't seem that nice to begin with.
My statement's still true.
Did something happen between the two of you?
She's my jilted ex-lover. And he says that with an entirely straight face and staring at
don't-
all of you.
I don't believe that.
Dang, and here I thought I did the perfect expression. No, nothing like that. She's involved in some shady dealings. I had to look into her a little while before I got this contract. You're right on the right track if you wanted to go and talk to her. Unfortunately, I don't think that your friend realized exactly what kind of questions she needed to be asking of our resident mage. I'll even give you that information for free. Because
Okay.
I'm nice.
But not as nice as you seem.
Of course not. But nice enough that I didn't take that contract to kill you a while back, so hey. I'd say we can be great friends.
Alright, so what are the right questions to be asking?
Ask her about the man in the cloak. She'll know who you mean.
Okay. Is that all?
You could also ask her where she keeps her stash. I always try and find it, but she never actually tells me.
And will she know what I'm talking about if I ask her that as well?
Well, she should. I'd hope so. She keeps telling me she has it, but, never gives me any of it. Annoying. I need better friends.
He needs any
I
friends.
was gonna say, man. Playing solitaire in a bar.
Yes, he is. He's the type of person who people watches, not because he enjoys people watching, but because anytime he tries to interact with people, it doesn't work out very well for him.
Aww.
Well, maybe he shouldn't be so fucking greasy then.
Oh.
Greasy is the word, huh?
Wow.
I was gonna say slimy, but that's not mean enough.
Damn.
Don't like it.
Greasy.
Just kidding. He's fine. Alright, well. I forget, did he say specifically what this mage did to him, or is he just kind of generally warning me
think he's just
to
generally
not
mean.
trust her.
Yeah, he is
'Cause-
generally warning you not to trust Alanis and to ask her about a man in a cloak. And he said that man in the cloak is distinct enough that Alanis would know immediately who you were talking about.
Well, that's enough for me. That's good enough for me. Okay, now I'm walking away.
All right, before we walk away, I go and give him a big hug and pat him on the head.
Oh, this is nice. And he purrs when you rub him between the ears,
Aw.
and he kind of perks up, and he's actually quite happy.
It's cute. All right, he's my favorite now.
Fuck Lumina, she's unconscious. She's not as interesting as the cat.
More like Lumina, more like Humina.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Right. I turn back around to head back to the stone castle that Mr. Alyssa lives in and wave bye to my new friend Amos.
Amos waves back, and is still seemingly much happier.
I know who he's not gonna assassinate. It's not gonna be me.
Actually, yeah, I forgot to ask him why he didn't take the contract to assassinate me.
I only take exclusive contracts.
Oh, it wasn't exclusive. Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that.
There's no point wasting my time if I have to go through the competition to get it done. Did you have any other questions?
What a boss.
No.
The greasy boss. Let's go.
Well, be seeing you, Miss Silverath. Sir Goldmorn. He
He
points at
proceeds
Regaz.
Name everyone, first and last name, place of birth, social security number.
Because he knows everything about us. Well, except for us two right here, probably.
He winks at Regaz, though,
Ooh.
in
Oh.
passing, and slides by. And you still are not sure if he's a guy or a girl.
Working the hair of it works for me.
Okay. So you all have parted ways from Amos the mercenary who totally worked for the Zephyr Corporation.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I figured that out a bit late. I'm sorry, Camille, for doubting you.
Like, I love all your characters, by the way, even though they're very greasy.
I had an entirely...
They are!
They keep swapping up in my head so hard. Like, so fucking hard. Like, the Herald, like, Amos too swapped up really hard. Alanis is actually pretty accurate to who she was going to be, actually. But yeah, Amos wound up a little greasier than I expected. But, yeah.
Disby.
I'm gonna use that word forever, Emily. Thank you.
You see.
So, where are y'all headed now? It is almost evening, so it is getting quite late. The area with the office is still locked up. We'll finish up here in a couple of minutes.
I know we don't like Ulysses' dad, but I would still like to speak with him. I want to talk
No
to him
opinion
first
of
and
Ulysses'
I want to talk to him first and see if he knows her well, and see if he trusts her at all. Yeah, if he knows who she is at all, even, or what's his name, the cook. No, we don't. But
Do you hate your dad? That you dislike him? Okay. Noted.
I just want to know where you're headed right now, and then we'll... So you're heading back to the Goldmorn residence?
Goldmorn residence.
I think we should go back to the residence because Fig is worried about Lumina.
Okay.
She
So y'all
wants
have.
to check on her.
Okay.
Like, is it really urgent to talk to your dad right now?
No, we should probably like sleep and check
Yeah.
on Luna.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you all head back to the Goldmorn residence.
I don't like that smile, Blake. You make me nervous. Like, is it bad? What's happening? I already made the choice.
You all head back to the Goldmorn residence.
That's from my
That is
thing
the
earlier.
big thing,
Yeah,
and I
that was
forgot
the
to
chart.
delete.
What's with the circle?
Calming
The
chime.
circle of doom! Fireballing us? No.
Fireball just the garden.
You
Thank
all
you got rid of it. I was gonna try, but I couldn't.
arrive. You all arrive back at the Goldmorn residence and find the door ajar.
No. No. Anyone but him.
Oh, wait, he's not dead. He's just injured. Okay. Are there
Oh,
any
she's
like
gone.
signs of a struggle
She's gone.
as I'm entering the corridor?
You see that some of the carpet is turned over. There's some dirt smudges and what look to be multiple sets of footprints inlaid into the carpet. It looks like somebody has moved through some mud to make their way through the front door. And as you approach the guest room, you see Nolan laid out on the floor, unconscious and bleeding, and a bed tousled and quite a mess. Sans Lumina, along with several broken windows at the far edge.
Oh boy.
Do I have health potions?
I've got healing. Hold on. Let me heal him.
It's about to fucking waterboard them.
I thought I had a touch one. Jared, do I have a touch one? It's not prepped. Okay, then I'll just use this.
And then we should all long rest.
Alright, I heal him and start yelling at him. Where's Lumina?
God, give the fucking guy a rest.
He assured me that she was going to be safe there with him.
He's just a maid.
He is responsible. He also disliked my flower arrangement in his garden, so...
Your flower arrangement that was left beside Lumina is on the floor and crushed, by the way.
We're the ones who left her behind.
He made me leave practically. He was like shoving me out the door.
Okay, so Nolan wakes up from where he has been unconscious on the ground, and he looks around in kind of a bleary state. His glasses are like cracked and off to one side. He's narrowing his eyes because he can't quite see everybody properly, but he just barely makes out Ulysses' face, and he's like, Lord Goldmorn, I'm afraid the property may have been robbed and your friend may have been taken. I didn't see any people, but there was some sort of creature. I tried to... It doesn't go very well for me, let me put it that way.
Oh my god!
God.
You
That's way worse than me, alright?
What sort of creature are we talking about?
I lost my glasses about halfway through, but there was some type of shark?
What?
I don't know.
I swear to God, Blake.
I'm not kidding.
Shark.
You know how maybe you don't, but I hate sharks. Oh my god.
All the better.
A walking shark? Are you joking? Like, why? Why?
Did they say anything or talk at all?
No, they didn't say anything. They took your friend, and they left. I don't know where they went. I
A
lost
shark took
consciousness.
our bird and left. Are you joking?
I'm not a trained fighter. I did my best.
No, I mean, are you joking about what happened?
No.
Yeah, he tripped on himself. It's just catch up in his clothes.
Nope. This is what happened. And if you all want to, we can stop here. Or
All right. Well, I'm gonna use detect magic next time once we convene, just to see if there's any traces of crap left over from a shark. I don't think so.
Like fucking psychedelics in his bloodstream or something.
Detect LSD.
okay.
Anyway,
well,
that will be next time.
yeah. I hope everybody had a good time. This is kind of janky, but it worked out okay, I think, in the end.
No, it's good, but I'm gonna kill this guy. If anything happened to Lamina, he's dead. Just saying.
If he lives, he's gonna kill him.
Yes. Or at
I
least
will defend him.
torture him. I'm gonna burn all of his flowers.
Yeah.
I thought Amos was your new favorite.
Wait, what?
I thought you said Lumina who? I have Amos now. So what does it matter?
I didn't
if
say I have Amos now. I just said Amos is my favorite. That means I still love Lumina.
No, you can only have one that you care about.
Yeah,
The
you
other
can
one
only
gets
like
overlooked.
one person.
No, Fig
only
loves
like
all
one
the
person.
animals. Oh
Yeah,
my
you only
god.
get
So
one
I
at
guess
one
once
time.
we meet Camille, Ulysses.
Each of the party members gets one.
You only can have one friend.
Oh my god.
That's why Amos has no friends, because he hasn't met the right one yet.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions, concerns?
No, that was a good session.
Hope
I thought
everybody
you
had
did
a
a really
good
good
time.
job.
Absolutely.
My head hurts.
My head also hurts.
I can't play like. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I can't play like bitch characters. I can't play like clever characters.
I can't either.
I'm a very slow person. I can
Emily, I totally do the same thing. I cannot play those types of characters. So
I can't either.
Fig, there you go.
Yeah.
solidarity. Yeah, no. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I feel like you've done a good job playing that type of character, though, Emily.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes. See, I don't know. That's a Blake question. Yes, it is a Blake question. The thing is, well, I mean, I was doing a medicine check while you healed the guy, so would I have noticed?
I feel like
What? Let Blake talk. Hold on.
if you two want to, I'd say do the perception check with disadvantage for Fig, and then Ragaz, I feel like, would do a regular perception check because he had his shot of whiskey and wasn't doing anything else at the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like Ragaz had the best chance of noticing out of everybody else because Kaya was busy
Okay.
schmoozing, and Ragaz was
You said
drinking.
perception with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but disadvantage, so I had to roll again, right?
Yeah. I'd say Ragaz definitely noticed.
He's probably the only one.
I'm just naturally drunk, so this is what I'm used to.
Actually, yeah, Blake, what does my earring do again? I forgot.
Your earring gave you, I believe it was expertise in insight, and I think it was just insight. I'm
I think
trying to look at it.
We combined a couple of things, right?
Yeah, it's in expertise and insight, proficiency and deception, and you can use your action to try to gain uncanny insight about one humanoid you see within 30 feet. Yeah.
Should mine be?
You send it to me real fast. Sorry.
Yours is in, I believe, your passive effects. Fig, you're just permanent.
Okay,
Speak
I
to
see it
animals.
now. Is it nature speech?
Yeah, I believe
You have the ability
so.
to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants.
No,
Oh,
hold
shit,
on.
I
let me
rolled
look.
it
No,
by
yours
accident.
yours is tongues nature.
Tongues, nature.
Passive
Oh, I
ability.
see it now. Okay.
Yeah. And Ragaz, you have your 2 things that we talked about on your active abilities. I had to work to set them up, but they do eat the slot like it's supposed to. So
Gotcha. Thank you.
yours should be set, and I know Dredane took care of his.
Yay. We're cool.
You know, I forgot I had nature speech.
Talk to a rat!
I don't mean tongues nature. I mean nature speech as my racial. Yeah, I
Oh,
have nature speech as a racial, but it doesn't allow me to like
hear them.
understand what they say.
Can you like command
Yeah.
rats though?
But it
Yeah.
does. It also gives me advantage on all charisma checks, to influence animals and plants. So there's that as well, and it affects plants, which I don't believe tongues nature does. Does it? No,
I
it
can
doesn't.
make it do that if you want.
No, you don't need to do that. If I have nature speech, there's really no need to do that.
Yeah, tongues nature was literally just me saying that you can make every one of the animals you meet in the campaign basically an NPC. I'll have to figure out what the hell they're doing with their lives at any point in time. Because I
Hey,
thought that
squirrel,
sounded
what are
like
you
something
doing today?
You were nuts. You were nuts.
What's your name and family tree?
You were nuts. Oh, acorn! Acorn! Ooh, yes. Yes. Is it a good one? Good. Yes, it's good. I take it back. Monster!
It's like Scrap from Ice Age.
Yes!
Yes, suffer.
I love it.
Alright. Well, I'm going to get off for a bit. My brain hurts.
My brain also hurts.
I think I need no glasses. I've been getting headaches looking at screens and shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go.
Yeah.
Like, I used to go to an optometrist in New Orleans, but now I have no reason to go there. I don't know if I should go see like a doctor or if I can just go to fucking
We go to Our Lady of the Lake, I believe, right, Jared? They'll refer you, yeah.
I do not. So I should start. Yeah.
Wait, did you say you do